Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver the final volume of JoJo Part 7 Still Ball Run. And as we freaking know, right, I think this sync's good. Do tell me if the sync's bad. I need to actually know, because otherwise I can't really tell very well anymore. The sync's really weird. Hello! The sync is really freaking weird lately. It's a weird thing it does, that sometimes it just desyncs me ever so slightly. So tell me if the sync's actually bad. But anyway, yeah. So as we know, we officially said goodbye to Gyro. We officially said goodbye to him. Thank you. Actually, at least I know it's actually fine. We said goodbye to him, which actually was the most saddest moment of the whole entire manga, because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's the best boy. We lost him. Johnny is now fighting alternate Diego, which is kind of... It's kind of a twist. It's kind of a twist. I was like, wow, okay, it's kind of alright. I mean, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, but it's one of those things you're like, oh. Like, it's just, it happens at the end, you're like, oh. It's not like a bait and switch or anything, or like, kind of, it's just screwed everything up, but it's just kind of like, oh, kind of twist. And it's actually quite cool. But anyway, yeah. So today we're doing volume 24, which happens to be chapters 92 to 95. And as we know, it's getting serious. It's getting really serious for the old Johnny Joestars. So how will this whole entire manga end? I have no idea, but I'm so excited to see what happens next. I want to see what happens. I want to see whether or not the announcer actually is Diego the whole entire time, because that could be the twist. Diego does not die, and in theory, he actually is the announcer the whole entire time. You never know. You never know. Should be next week, actually. I should read part 8. We'll start part 8, actually. So possibly either Wednesday or Friday, depending on what actually happens during the week. Or even earlier, depends. Don't think Monday, because Monday I've got to change my room like completely, so I won't be here. But, well, I might be here for Golden Kamui, but I probably won't be here for JoJo Part 8. But I will start part 8 next week, do not worry. I've heard really, really freaking good things about it, and also freaking weird things about it as well, which makes me more excited to see what happens next. Oh yeah, I also have a mini good boy as well to help me through this whole entire volume. I got mini good boy. So we've got to see what happens with him. Even though I want a part 4 Jotaro as well, but I've got a part 3 Jotaro instead, because he's a good boy. He's a good boy as well. But anyway, so let's begin chapter 92, High Voltage Part 3, and see what happens. So you can do anything with a stop time. Can I win against an ability like that? Even though I left plenty of space between us, I can't even pursue Dio from behind. Ugh. Did I actually accidentally put the thing to? Hold up a second. I did. There we go. I thought to myself, I was like, I can't read the bottom part. I was like, what happened there? But I realised I put the thing too high. The thing has a full picture instead of a half picture. Ugh. Don't hurt my Johnny. Don't hurt my Johnny. It's still mildly surreal to actually see the world back. Like, it's just kind of surreal when you think about it. Like, how long has it been? 2 parts? Well, 1 part technically. Well, not really. It's actually been 2 parts. Dio was in part 6, but he wasn't in part 6 for that long. But yeah, it's been kind of surreal seeing him back. Ugh. It's also just really weird to just see the stop time thing back as well. It's just all goddamn surreal. It's just one of those things you're like, huh. I can imagine. I enjoyed part 3. I think part 4 was my favourite one afterwards, because I think part 3 was kind of too slow for me. I think part 5 was a lot better, because it was kind of the faster paced version of part 3. Didn't it happen to Star Platinum in part 6 as well? Star Platinum got really skinny in part 6 compared to part 3. I think some of us stand got the exact same problem as well. To pursue me is foolish. It's useless. Murder. Useless. Murder. I'll cut it off. I'll be taking this arm. Ah! Now see, the problem was, I love Diego so much, but it's just kind of surreal seeing me just kind of have like a satisfaction moment when Johnny takes him down. It's like my love is conflicted currently. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. Yeah, it's really freaking cool. They kept the Murders in. It's one of the best things. Impossible! Just now, it moved. Something is looking at me from inside the hole. Me. Huh? Infinite rotation. Resonance explained that Johnny's rotational energy controls gravity. Could that mean that even crosses into stop time? Just now I said I'd take this arm, but... Like President Valentine, if I'm touched by that rotation, even a little, it means my defeat. Just like as he said, energy is dangerous. It's an ability that should not be. But it's come to this. I also need to be prepared. This world of Johnny JoJo's is my greatest test, and I'll overcome that test and kill him without fail. In this situation, I want to say something tough. Like Jaro would. Oh man, don't hurt my boy. Don't hurt my boy like that. It's horrible. I mean, part 3 is good. Part 3 is good. I think part 5 is a better version of part 3. I think. That's how I've always seen part 5. It's a better version of part 3. It's like if part 3 kind of cut out like a lot of the middle section and kind of actually went straight into it. I think that's how I always interpreted part 5. That's why I love it so much, because I actually love the idea of a really fast-paced version of part 3. It's impossible at this point, Lucy. The boats have already crossed the sea. It's not within my power to stop Dio from running. All the police and guards are looking for the missing president right now. There's nothing we can do. The one who came from below the ground is Dio, the one who died when we were on the train. It's one of those things. I've heard people love it as well, but I'm just I've always been kind of eh. I've always been kind of like eh. Maybe it's because I marathoned it in 2 days. That could be also the reason why. I don't know. I have no idea. What we can do now is pray. With that being the holy corpse, it will depend on who the will of the corpse chooses. Is that so? If the one the corpses will ally. If the one the corpses will allies with now is the one who possesses it, then what will happen to Johnny? I'm glad that Lucy's keeping the swag going. That's the thing. Lucy's keeping the swag going. She's like, oh god, the swag, where is it? She's like, oh wait a second, I've got it. I've got it right now. We've got to maintain the swag poses. Yeah, there were certain parts of it I was like, yeah, they could have been a lot shorter. It kind of felt a bit too, like, it felt too long at 64 episodes, I think it was, in the end. It was 48-24. Wait, no, it's 40 episodes in total, I think. Yeah, it was 40 episodes in total. It's 24-24. Lucy's been blessed with a swag. Thank God someone still has a swag going. That's the main thing. It's the main thing. Someone's got a swag still going. There's the head group. And the Brooklyn Bridge. Once we cross the bridge, we'll be in Manhattan. But I can't get any closer behind Dio. If I get within firing range, she'll throw knives and hang wires, and I'll be killed. Hello! I mean, it could have just been, it could have really been, like, maybe 2 calls and a bit. Like, just do that. Maybe 2 calls and a half. It would have been sufficient, I think, but just, they stretch it way too long. I think I learned a lesson with part 4 because they left it just for 39 episodes of one series. And I think that actually worked a lot better because it didn't really have that kind of, didn't have a really down moment in the whole entirety of part 4. At least to me, it didn't. I have to attack in a way where he won't see it, or a way in which he won't hear it. That's the only way I can find the nail bullets. If I'm suspended? Sensed. That's the one. Sensed. Did I say suspended? I was like, what? No, sensed. I need to time it so it's when he can't stop time. I can only do it in a moment where the form of Dio is hidden in a blind spot because of a wall. I can only use Act 4. Only by using the infinite rotation and penetrating through walls can I hit Dio. It can only be within a perfect golden rectangle. Sent through a wall, it will surely be able to reach Dio. I think so. I generally think part 4 was the best one. Like, it had the best adaptation, I think. It was just beautiful. Beautiful adaptation, that was. I actually really like the last third of part 4. I think the last section of part 4 was freaking incredible. I think it was just so goddamn good. I loved it. Everything about it was absolutely perfect. Wish. Thump, thunk, thunk. What the hell? What did he throw away just now? A can? A can? Where did he get that from? Ah, this smells. Oh, Jesus! Holy crap! Alright, Diego. Jesus! Wow. Whew! That was... Jesus. I don't know, that kind of creeped me out. I was like, whew! I was like, where did he come from? That's not my Diego right there. That's not my Diego. Jesus Christ. Pardon the pun. Just now, he stopped time without me noticing it. Already, what he sprinkled on me was gasoline, and now he's gonna go into again. Time has stopped. I guess Diego's like Lara Croft's backpack. That he's just infinite. That you can actually just store everything inside Diego and nothing actually kind of goes like it's just infinite space within Diego. And that's how I imagine it's like Lara Croft's backpack in Tomb Raider 1 that she stored a shotgun, an Uzi, a pistol, freaking everything else in there. You're like, how the hell did she do that? The same thing applies. It's the same principles. It's an infinite space within Diego. And now this fun begins. Now the fun begins. My plan is complete. My plan for when time continues, your task will be completely annihilated. I too needed a considerable level of preparedness, but I already decided that in my heart. It's my victory. This corpse belongs to me. Ah, wow, this. I would imagine people be like, what the hell is he doing down there? Jesus Christ, stop, man, stop. Like, someone's there like, oh God. Oh God. Ah. I mean, Jesus H. Christ, pardon the pun. Jesus H. Christ. He just burnt him alive. He just burnt him alive. Ah. Just burnt him alive. I'm sorry. That's just like, whoa. Ah. Act 4. Oh. Damn it, below the road. I need to run into the sewer or I can't put this out. So this is Dio. I couldn't predict what was coming after all, but I'll definitely shoot you with Act 4. Tell me about it. I'm just here like, Jesus. I was like, Jesus. It's just. I just don't understand. Where's this Diego come from? Where has this Diego come from? The 92 end. Too many at this point. Too many. Stand name of the world. The sensibility of the Dio that came from another dimension. It's an odd thing to try to phrase it, but it can stop time for only 5 seconds, during which only Dio can move. 93 High Voltage Part 4. I mean, damn. Baccarat, 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 baccarat. Johnny. It's sort of, I guess it's kind of strange what he's doing, but it's the whole entire thing, I guess, is the alternate version, so it's just, I mean, you kind of take it for face value, the fact that he's going to be very different. He's also a freaking sociopath, borderline psychopath as well. Also pyromaniac as well. I'm going to get technical about it. I don't know, he's not my Diego. He's not my beautiful boy. What happened to him? I'm damn sure everyone does hate him. I hate him currently. He's just, I don't understand. I want him out. I want him out. I just want him completely gone. Not here anymore. Can we just, like, I don't know, just try and somehow get back old Dio. Baccarat, 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 baccarat. Man, why does he have to go and die? He's too pure to die. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Unlike this Diego. I guess, oh, for God's sake, here we go. Here we go, boys. Here we go. He's back. I'm telling you, it's old Dio. It's old Dio. I'm telling you, it's old Dio. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Here's a lead group. They're approaching the Brooklyn Bridge, spanning the East River with a total length of roughly 2 kilometers. Once this Brooklyn Bridge is completed in 1883, it crossed, say the word correctly, the course turns left in front of City Hall, then continues straight down south through Broadway and finally to Wall Street. And then after 6 months and crossing over 6,000 kilometers, they've finally made it to the final site of the Still Bull Run race. The Trinity Church will be in sight. Diego Brando has caught up with the top 3. Following him are Georgie Porgy and Nellyville? Yeah, Nellyville. But a contestant who should have started is nowhere to be seen. What could have happened to him? Oh, we're still going. It's still going. It's not ended yet. It's not ended yet. Best boy is still here. Best boy is still here. Johnny, that guy. Did he slow down to be way behind, or did he choose a different route? The one who has risen to favourite to become champion, Johnny Joestar, is nowhere to be seen among the top group. Wait, did I say it wrong? That's did I wait, I'm confusing myself now. Oh no, I didn't say it wrong. I thought I said it wrong. I was like, did I say it wrong? I was like, I don't know, because it's one of those words that always gets me. It's always one of those words that always gets me. Isn't Georgie Porgy a band? I swear, if I remember correctly, Georgie Porgy's a band or a solo artist, if I remember correctly. He's below. He's running below. The fire I lit on him. He's not just down there to put it out. Damn it! If Johnny's underground, I have no idea when he'll shoot me. This is bad. He's prevented me from having the right timing for when to stop time. I know exactly which footsteps are yours. Baccarat, 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 baccarat. Dio. I have discerned which are yours. There. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. There's a time stop there. There's a time stop there. It's not good. Oh. Oh! But he's not a good boy. He's not a good boy. Wow, this will kill my throat by the end of this, I imagine. I thought Best Boy won't be much in this volume, but freaking hell, he's everywhere in this volume so far. Whoa! I don't believe it! What an incredible performance in this situation, Dio! His female fans have rushed over to him and stopped his horse. They're climbing on top of the horse. Is being a topic of the press more important to him than the battle to the goal? Or is he so confident in his victory he feels he has time to spare? Man. I like how we're just away for 2 seconds and then boom! It's like, wow! Alrighty. Alrighty, Dio. Alrighty, Dio. Want to calm down there a bit, fanboy. Want to calm down a bit there. Oh! 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 Well, that happened. You realise something? That Johnny's an indirect murderer at this point. Like, he doesn't directly do it, but somehow it just happens. That's what I was like, oh! Like, one of just literally just exploded completely. Just straight up. Just exploded. Holy crap. Actually, I think 2 of them did. I think 2 of them did? Am I going nuts? Baccarat, baccarat, baccarat. Like how no one else has actually noticed the fact that there's actually just whatever happened there just now is on the floor. Like, goddamn. That just happened. Hey, how terrible. That was not my crime, Johnny. The one who killed them was you. Such pure and cute girls. It's such a shame. They broke into pieces and died. Although it looks like they went to another dimension. You killed them. That's enough. You lot get off the horse. And what is happening now? I can't see what happened exactly. I wonder if Araki just put that one sentence in there just to kill my throat. Like, just he's like, oh yeah, someone will scream this one day and it will hurt their throat by this one sentence. It's no good. I didn't hit him. It's only 3 kilometers remaining until the goal. We're holding the Statue of Liberty off their left shoulder. Each horse rushes onto the Brooklyn Bridge. Spectators are full of filling the pedestrian section of the bridge. Johnny. There's Johnny. Just in case everyone didn't realise. There's Johnny. There's a point as well. There's a point there. There's Johnny still. He's still there. He's still there. Like I thought, the only way to finish off Dio is at close range. Judging the distance based on the sound of his horse's hooves, at his distance, he's impossible to hit. I need to get as close to him as possible before I shoot my nail bullets. My chance would be before we finish crossing the... My chance would be before we finish crossing. Before the number of spectators on the course increases again. Ow. And now, Johnny Joestar, who is thought to have taken a different route, is back on the course. He is. He is back on the course. But, however, just what is he anticipating? What could he be thinking? Johnny Joestar has suddenly gained an additional burst of speed to catch up with the group, well, the lead group. Jesus Christ. Pardon the pun. At the sight of the Brooklyn Bridge, he's gained a spurt that seems to be his full speed. At this point, with only 3 kilometers to go before the goal, in untrained hands, jet acceleration would have even totally make the horse break down. Expert timing is required. He's slowly drawing away from the rider Nannyville in 5th place, and closing on Diego Brando, currently in 3rd place. Whoa! Now it seems that Dio is also suddenly beginning to accelerate. Jesus freaking Christ! Man. Oh, we're still going. We're still going. We're still going. Is this an act of suicide? Or is it just cracking the judgment by 2 genius jockeys? And here at credible speeds, Diego Brando, Johnny Joestar have broken out of the lead group. They're pulling away. They're pulling away. There are racers that aren't taking the invitation. At this point, the racers are going at their max speed. In second, Johnny Joestar is chasing, and in first is Dio trying to escape him. Please, my throat is dying. I lose my throat by the end of this. I didn't expect the announcer to be this many times this morning. Jesus. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, that'd be great if they actually put the I even can't speak now. Jesus Christ. That'd be amazing. Actually, put Speedwagon's voice actor as the announcer. That'd be the greatest like little thing to actually add into the whole entire thing. That'd be great. I want that. I want that right now. Dio, his ability to stop time. Judging from when I've sensed up till now, from Dio's point of view, it's a length of time during which he can stop time. I like to say that it's likely within a few seconds. The max length he can stop time is probably within 5 seconds. Dio can only move in stop time during that interval. In the case I get to a position just barely 5 seconds away from him and shoot. Are you coming, Johnny? And come shoot me. Just try and shoot your nail bullets at infinite rotation at me. Because it's all progressing according to my plan. Johnny will predict the world's range and try to get as close as he can before firing. He should predict around 5 seconds. I too must make a sacrifice and payment equivalent to that. I am certain to win. I'll impel you. I'll skewer you. Woohoo, boy! Oh boy! Who is this boy? What have you done to my Diego? What have you done to my beautiful boy? Where is he? Where is he? He's not here anymore. I want him back. Come, Johnny Joestar. The conclusion will come faster than if the conclusion will come faster than if time was stopped. Oh no. I mean, pretty much everyone knows everything at this point. Everyone's like, oh yeah, by the way, I know you can do that. Also, I know you will do that. Also, given time, I will also realize that you're doing that. It's like, Jesus Christ. Everyone's got the foresight of like, I don't know, the foresight of 20 years in front of them. Five left. I mean, Diego's actually keeping the swag going, but it's bad swag. It's the bad swag. It's not good swag. That's the problem. So that's the thing. You get bad swag sometimes, and Diego's actually pulling the bad swag. You don't want the bad swag. You want the good swag. That's the problem we have right now. We have bad swag happening. It's not good. Not good at all. Toxic swag. Pretty much, it actually is toxic swag. I said the word correctly. Toxic swag. It's actually a really good name for a band. Actually, I actually might use that as a band name. Toxic swag. 93, end. The world. Time has stopped, 5 seconds left. 94, World of Stars and Stripes. I would actually love that if in the actual anime, Toxic Love Britney Spears actually start playing in the background. That'd be the greatest thing ever. I'd be like, yes, we have peaked. There's no point going further than this. We just can't. It's impossible. Oh man. Imagine if Diego, Alternative Diego's actual like soundtrack is actually just Britney Spears. That'd be the greatest thing ever. I want it to be the case, but his whole entire soundtrack is just Britney Spears. Step, step, swirl, swirl, swirl. See, I'm telling you, it's a toxic swag. It's toxic swag. It's just not good. It's not good swag. I'm pretty damn sure that posture would actually really hurt his back, though. Like, if we're going by completely legit way of standing properly, that would probably hurt his back really freaking badly. I do not like Diego, but goddamn, his back must be destroyed. Thank you. I love this manga so much. It's so freaking good. I should start a side project of looking at every single like panel and just judging how bad their back would be afterwards. Like if they're swagger poses, just wonder how bad their backs are. I judge how well their backs would be afterwards. We can call it break my back, break yours. That's it. We call it break my back, break yours. That's it. We've done it. Oh man, come in Monday. Break my back, break yours. 4 seconds left. Grip, clench. 3 seconds left. Two seconds left. The doctors read JoJo. I would if I were a student, like not a student, a teacher for like some kind of either chemistry, math, or science. Well, chemistry isn't science, but you know what I mean, just science in general. I would like I would literally just like say, just read JoJo. It's actually the greatest way to actually learn, because either you learn back posture, you learn science and maths and everything else in between. So you're good to go, boys. Who says JoJo ain't educational? Oh man, I have to trademark that. I have to. That's my thing. That's my thing. Now, break my back, break yours. They have to be. Their spines must be destroyed. Like literally, their spines must be destroyed. One second left. Uh-oh. I have a really bad back pain currently as well. Like my back has been so bad lately. Just seeing how he stands just makes me go, "Oh no, please, boy, stop doing that." It's just those things. Just when you have something bad happen to you and you see it in somewhere else, it makes you like just. It makes you go into into fetal position afterwards. You're like, just stop doing that, please, boy. You'll hurt yourself. It's one of those things. Oh, ow! My back just died during that sentence as well. Oh man. And time continues. Oh man, that'd be great if they actually were all made of jello. Like that would be actually the greatest thing ever. Hello. I would actually love that. They were all made of jello. Because certain things don't need sequels, as they say. Everything good to say is at one, besides Blade Runner, apparently, because Blade Runner actually had a better sequel than the first film, which is really weird. Ah. How many times has Johnny been shot in this manga so far? Jesus Christ. The poor boy does not catch a break. He's been set alight, he's been shot. Jesus Christ. The poor boy does not catch a break. Save my poor boy. It did have a good sequel. Not a good third sequel, though. That's the thing. Yeah, the third one wasn't actually that bad. It just wasn't like the wasn't the greatest film in the world. It wasn't bad by any stretch of imagination. It just wasn't good either. Ugh. I swear to God. I literally swear to God right now. If you hurt my boy. Yeah, it is. You'll be surprised. No one noticed this t-shirt beforehand. Everyone else has noticed it today. I was like, wow. What do you know? Everyone trusts this Ginpachi Sensei as well. That's the thing. Everyone trusts him because he is the root of all knowledge. Ginpachi Sensei. I mean, this is getting bad. This is getting bad. I must say. Is it looking good? Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. All right. Whoa! There. What has happened here? This is sudden. Contestant Johnny JoJo's has fallen off his horse. The boy's been shot. Okay, the boy's been shot. Something's happened which caused him to lose his grip. Contestant Johnny JoJo's has fallen and Dio has gotten off his horse. Oh, thank God! There's actually a little bit of a break. Contestant Johnny JoJo's is hurt, very hurt. He's been injured. How could this happen with just 1,000 meters remaining? This is he's about to finish crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. Contestant Joestar has fallen off his horse and is injured. Contestant Jago Brando is stepping towards him. Freaking hell! Stop it! Stop! Stop hurting my boy, my beautiful son. Stop hurting him. Now you're unhorsed. Based on what the President told me, your infinite rotation is no longer active because you can't use the horse's power. However, now it's going to come back to where I am. If that infinite nail bullet you shot at the bridge is still framed before it's expunged. Expunged? Right. Act 4. The infinite rotation you shot is infinite, so it wouldn't disappear. It's still on the top of this bridge, correct? Is that what you had in mind? Is that your plan? This is also according to my predictions. Jesus Christ, this man's got hindsight. Like, boy. Got a foresight of, like, I don't know, 20 years or 30 years in a line. I never noticed that. Actually never noticed that, but I do now. That I've noticed it, I will actually probably see it all the time. My plan. I'm sorry, but is he riding the world? Is he literally riding the world? It's coming back here. He straight up is. He straight up is just riding him. Like, it's a piggyback ride with a stand. I'm sorry, it's 10 out of 10 already. This is 10 out of 10. You can't get better. You can't get better than this. It's pinnacle. Pinnacle JoJo. Pinnacle JoJo right here. It's just too perfect. The infinite rotation, huh? There are no other means of protection, it seems. Straight up, it's a problem. I don't know why, but it just makes me laugh because he's actually straight up just. I'm actually surprised as well because it's such a good form of transport. Like, why has no one ever thought of that? But sacrifices go hand in hand with victory. So here it is. Man, that just sucks. Do you reckon Alternate Diego actually probably stopped everything after this point and actually just started his own like stand piggyback ride system? Like he actually pioneered the transportation system using stands. I would imagine that actually did happen. Lieutenant Diego is actually a pioneer of the stand movement system. Mura 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 mura. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of muras. Mura 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 mura. Woo! Mura 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 da. Can't forget, everyone else just see him floating. Like everyone be like, "What's going on here? Why is he just floating?" See that? See, then he pioneers both. He pioneers the idea of flotation and also the stand movement. It's two for the price of one, as they say. The rotation. Take it yourself. Oh God. I might have got all the mudas. I will repeat all the mudas just in case. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So mura 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 mura. Jesus Christ, there's actually quite a few, isn't there? Mura 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 mura. There we are. 20. That's probably 21 actually. Probably did count a bit more. I'm surprised no one actually used a stand to actually fly. Why has no one ever done that? I'm surprised. Part 7's just bringing out all the good stuff when you think about it. Oh wow. Oh, stop hurting my Johnny, please. My beautiful son. Oh no. Ooh, Act 2. I need to master that. It's been quite a long time since I actually used the word muda. Like I think since part 5 really. I actually really haven't said the word muda. Stan should be called Spirit Buddies. Oh man, that would be the greatest thing ever. Johnny's not dead. Come on, he's not gonna die. He's a star of the show. Actually, I say that part 6, everyone died. Can someone just punch him straight in the face, please? Someone just punch him straight in the face. Spin, spin, spin. Ooh, spin. Dio, use it to your advantage. You can make Johnny Joestar get hit by the rotation just once. There will instantly be no one. He will have no path. No one will be able to help him, and he will be extinguished from this world. The laws of physics will be forced to affect both his body and soul. Use it against him. Hit Johnny himself with the infinite rotation. You must use it. That is your only path. Oh come on, please, love of Christ! I ain't sitting here and seeing my boy just in pieces, literally. I'm not seeing him in pieces, all right. Not happening. Not happening today. I didn't. I would actually love that so much if he actually just came back and just went dush and just walked off. Oh, Dio, it will be your victory. That's really freaking must be the worst actually, just getting hit by your own stand power. Oh, for God's sake. Oh man. Alright, here we go. I need some serious water for this one. Serious water for this one. This is a big one. This is the big one, boys. This one's the big one. Diego Brando has gone back on his horse. He has finally finished crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. They are running left past the front of the city. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whew! Did Diego Brando fall off his horse over the bridge too? There seems to be a heavy wound on his right leg. But his speed has not dropped, and he's still having separated from there. And still having been separated from the pack, he alone reaches onto Broadway, the final stretch to his finish. Woo! Oh my God. Only 500 meters left. You can now see Trinity Church up ahead, but will Dio have enough stamina? In second place is Sloop John B, and Poker Loco, and Orisuke Higashikata, and all gaining on Dio. And Georgie Porgy and Nellyville are continuing to accelerate. 400 meters left, 300 meters. Woo! I mean, he's lost his right leg, I think. He actually lost it, for God's sake. The poor boy deserves it. But, not poor boy, he's got the body of the best boy, but it's confusing me, alright? It's confusing me. Come back, slow dancer. Whoa. Oh, ah. Oh, for God's sake, it's actually not ended. Infinite rotation. I can't mount my horse. No good. This stillborn run race has started on the west coast, San Diego, California, on October 25th, 1890 at 10 a.m. and has traversed this great North American continent with a total number of 3,652 horseback contenders, having travelled a distance of 6,400 kilometers, and with travelling time of 116 days, 6 hours and 33 minutes and 12 seconds. Jesus Christ, it's very precise. Woo! Pardon the pun. This race's champion is... Oh, come on, piss off. Nah, fam. The wrong Diego won. Diego Brando. Goal! At last, at last, at last, at last, at last, at last. Jesus Christ. There we go. We did it. We did it. That's the problem. Like, I want to punch him, but I don't. Question is, can I hug him and then punch him? Does that cancel out the idea of me hating him? Because I know he's best boy, but also he's a douche. Oh my God. It never ends. The announcer's actually the actual main character now. It's over at last. The one to reach the goal first is Diego Brando! On January 19th, 1891 at 6:33 and 12 seconds, winning his 9th stage is Diego Brando. He has won a special prize of the final stage of $10 million, as well as having the overall total points value of 442 points. The final overall winner of the stillborn run race is Diego Brando, with $60 million in prize money, making his total prize money $70 million. And an extra prize is the Transcontinental Railroad Stockholder Award, the Horizon Newspaper Award, the North American Horse Owner Association Award, the Selective Breeding Vegetable Company Award, and the Communication Catalog Sales Award. The pinnacle of the world. It is concluded with Diego Brando. Freaking hell! Jesus! Oh my God. Jesus. I'm alive. I'm actually alive. I survived this one. The biggest like challenge of this whole entire stream is not losing my voice. Oh. Right, so there's an underground shelter already built below the Goal Point Trinity Church. Saw the corpse there. The back gate has a door you can enter from behind the cemetery to a catacomb. Finding the door from the shelter is quite simple. Right now, the door is unlocked. Once the corpse is stored there, you can lock it. And once the shelter and the door are locked, no stand user, you included, nor any army, will be able to breach it for 80 years. It was built to have that protection. But the corpse will be an ally to you. Its owner, Dio. When his country, you must take the napkin and in my stead. All good luck, and the center of the world will be at that place. Ooh. 94, end. The final chapter, boys. The final chapter's here, boys. It's the final one. 95, Water Stars and Stripes, outro. All you need to do is lock it. The shelter has an elevator that will descend only once. When it's locked, it cannot be unlocked. Oh, the corpse is stored deep below the Earth's surface, so even if enemies that wish to destroy it appear, it would take them 80 years. All of the good fortune in this world will begin with you. 95, The World of Stars and Stripes, outro. There is so much swag in that one photo. Like, there's literally so much swag in that one photo, it's beyond belief. It's over. My infinite rotation. There is no longer anything I can do on this bridge, at this place. It's all over. I'll break down into bits of dust and disappear somewhere. I lost. I don't think even a soul will be left behind. With the corpse being here in New York, Dio, you will become the center of the world. Just spin the dials with your fingers and it will be locked. Alright, President, I believe you. Oh! 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 Oh. Lucy still? What are you doing? What's this? You came here alone? It doesn't look like that man still is outside. Why have you come? For happiness. It was for happiness that I crossed this continent and came here. I see. Stefan still really knows about the construction of the shelter and about the existence of the corpse. He knows too much. Obviously, I cannot leave him alive. Once everything is over, I will have to shut Still's mouth. But Lucy, you're just so young and cute. What should I do with you? It may seem like you will never get your happiness, but I came in case Johnny couldn't take the corpse back from you. I came here. I've been waiting at the Gold Point Church since early this morning for your arrival. Diego just went full Valentine just then. Like, it's just... Why? What was he doing? Just stop it, Diego. That was just... It's not my Diego. He's not my Diego. Diego would not do this. The corpse is not yours. Is that right? No matter how cute your voice, no matter how cute a voice you say in, it's useless, Lucy. Right now, because of a certain circumstance, one of my legs is wounded and it hurts so much. If you think that this technique of seduction will incite sympathy in me, then just wait until my leg is treated, and we can play all we want. I'll make you fall to the lowest a woman can go, and then while I'm playing with you, I'll kill you. Jesus freaking Christ! Who is this person? Jesus! What am I reading? What am I reading? What is this? This bundle? It's not exactly a present, more like something you lost. Wait, Lucy. Wait, please stop. What are you intending to do? Lucy. It's just so goddamn weird. It's just like... I mean... It's just like he's trying to make him seem as if he's the worst person ever. And he's doing a good job of it, because I really freaking hate him. Like, he's just the worst person ever. Wait, Lucy. Wait, stop. What are you intending to do? Lucy. I'm sure it should be around here. It wasn't that far off. At this rate, Johnny and Dio should reach Manhattan and get to the goal tomorrow morning. If we go there by train, we'll be able to overtake the racers and get there first. Before then, we have to find that. If we find that and then head forward. Please, please stop, Lucy. Throw away that blade. Why do you need something so repulsive? In order to find happiness, if Johnny is defeated and falls, we're sure to be killed too. If the same two things meet, they'll be annihilated. I heard President Valentine say that when I was on the train, something that came from another world and something in this world. If two of the same objects meet... Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh, that's smart. That's smart. But he's using Best Boy, though. She's using Best Boy. He's holding Best Boy. The world! Get away! Stop time! Get away! The world! Far away! This is bad! Uh-oh. Oh! I've got to get far away from here! Far away! Oh, my leg! Oh, how dare you! How dare you! Someone like you, Lucy, still... Who do you think I am? Doing something like this to me? The victor is I, Dio! Stop! I'm at the pinnacle of the world! Stop this! You're just a shallow scum of a little girl! Jesus Christ! How dare you do something like this to me? I won't let you live! Ree! Stop! Ree! Ree! I'm sorry, but Stephen Steele is now Best Boy. I'm sorry, but he is. He's just the best boy ever. It's me, Johnny. Grab on. You have been disqualified from the stillborn run race, but if you ride on this horse for a moment, you'll have a chance, won't you? The rotation will be a reverse rotation, using the horse's power, an infinite reverse rotation on myself. Jesus Christ. Stephen is the MVP. Like, he really is. I love him. He's the real MVP of this whole entire manga. Like, he's been through so much like Lucy has, but he's just pulled through. He's pulled through. He almost died. He's fine. The boy's fine. I love him. He's so cool. It's a story of rival. How I was literally able to start walking again, and thinking back, I was constantly praying the whole journey. Revival. How I was literally able to start walking again, and thinking back, I was constantly praying the whole journey. Even this cross-continental race by horse was a journey of a prayer. Praying for the weather tomorrow, praying that when I wake up the next day there will be road on the land, praying that we would have food and place to sleep, praying that our campfire would light, and while these common things would repeat, prayer that my friend and the horses would be okay. And we crossed each river one by one, and now I have crossed the final river. As for the stillborn run transcontinental race, in the end there was 39 contestants to complete it. Poker Loco ended up as a winner by default and obtained $60 million. Thank God the best boy won. Thank God the best boy won, though. Poker Loco actually won. I'm thankful. Best boy won. The special prize for the final stage went to Sloop John B, a prize of $10 million. The horse that matched Diego Brando's registered newsprint Silver Bullet was discovered on the side of the road, and because the contestant himself could not be found, Diego Brando was disqualified without apology. People all over the world waited for United States President Valentine to arrive to give the speech for the closing ceremony, but With the explanation being security reasons, the mayor of New York made a speech in the place. The president did not appear. However, the people's praise of President Valentine would never stop. According to the newspaper report, the approval rating for President rose to 91%, and it was announced that the head of every nation sent distinctions to him. Because of the many resulting dead, criticisms that the race was immune came from all sides. Because of the many resulting dead, criticisms that the race was inhumane came from all sides. It was announced that the economic results of the race was $70 trillion, and it was also announced that the promoter Mr. Still donated everything he earned to various different causes, and all of the criticisms stopped immediately. The final results of Stillball Run race are shown below. First, Poker Loco. Second, Norisuke Higashikata. Third, Sloop John B. Fourth, Georgie Porgy. Fifth, Nellyville. And so, after spanning 4 months, the curtain fell on the Stillborn Run race. What the president wanted: the right to being fortunate, even if the law of the napkin is within the corpse. I think that after all, the only thing that can decide that is the will of God. Ultimately, the corpse does not belong to anyone, not to the possession of one nation or one person. This way is best. The corpse must be stored somewhere, but this way it will not belong to anyone. Dio has locked this shelter shut, but Dio has been annihilated. This way is fine. It no longer belongs to anyone. I was afraid that one who owned it when it was locked would be given a napkin, but Dio was not qualified to be the owner, as it would seem. Qualified? Yes, it was locked. The corpse has been stored deep within the earth. Drag. He is the purest boy in JoJo, I swear to God. He's so adorable. He is like the purest boy. Drag. Oh, it's you. Are you doing well? What are you doing on a boat like this? This boat is going to Europe, right? What am I doing? My original job was a customs officer. The officials in the Stillborn Run race were hired on a temporary basis. By the way, Mr. Johnny Joestar, what's that crate you have with you? A corpse? Oh. The horse is fine, but according to the boarding rules, I cannot permit you to bring the corpse on board. I'm sincerely sorry, but I have to ask you to have him cremated and bring only ashes, or have him buried in his country. It's the corpse of my friend, and my friend's beloved horse Valkyrie. I'm going back to his homeland on this boat, and I'm heading over to his family. I see. And let me tell you a nice solution for that. You go get me authorization to bring him on board. I'm definitely going to bring back my friend to his native country, no matter what. If you want a bribe, I'll pay you. Hey, come here, everyone. Everyone gather around, right over here. Get this crate off here by brute force. Get him! What are you trying to do? I told you there's no way I'm taking this off the boat. It's already impossible. Oh, for God's sake. Why would you do that to me now? Guess you've got no choice but to bug off. If necessary, you gotta get authorization, got it? We don't have any problem here, right? Man. That's the most purest moment ever. He said, yo. That actually really got me. That got me straight in the heart. Hey, look, Sandman is running. Awesome. First, the most dangerous one is the favorite to win, Mountain Tim. You still can't let them drink here. The horses have to last 3 days without drinking. That brat, I'll never forgive him. Those guys are the Boom Boom family. Creepy, aren't they? What the hell's that? Is it alive? How many times have we taken this path? That guy knows he's part of the Royal Guard. Look at Hippo. Johnny, this is lesson 4. Why don't we pray that we have a safe voyage, crossing the Atlantic Ocean and getting you back home? Let's go home. Several years later, on the other side of the Atlantic, the Kingdom of Naples had a revolution, and the monarchy had been abolished and become a republic-dependent province. As for Boy A, who had been imprisoned with a death sentence, along with the abolishment of the monarchy, he was given amnesty and set free. He would later die of a cold. I heard of the Zeppeli family, who were patrimonically employed as the official royal executioners of the Kingdom of Naples, had moved to a different country, but no one knows exactly. That made me cry at the end. God damn it. That made me cry at the end. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Still Will Run. The end. That was horrible at the end. Why would he do that? Why would he say, oh yeah, you got him out, but he died of a cold? It's like, why would you do that? You stupid person. You stupid person. Why would you do that? Oh, that was so freaking good. Holy crap. Can't believe it. That was so freaking amazing. Oh boy. There we are, boys. We ended it. Well, Jerry didn't die for nothing. He actually got well. To be honest, they had a revolution in the end, so it wasn't as if his entire thing was for anything. But at least he got out. That was the main thing. At least he got out. Oh man, that really hurt my heart. Oh Christ, my heart's actually really hurting. I can't believe it. It's over. I finished JoJo Part 7. I never thought this day would come, but it's actually over. But it's one of those things, at least he actually got out. He got out. It's a major thing. His final wish was actually granted. He actually was given amnesty. Which was it's a nice thing that Araki pulled at the end, but then goes, oh yeah, he died of cold. It's like, why would he do that? Why, fam? Why would you do that? It's kind of the worst thing to do right at the end. Fate is a cruel mistress when you think about it. Ah, oh, man. Well, there we are. 95 end, and the manga ends here. Boys, we finished it. What a freaking masterful part that was. That was so freaking good. God damn. Oh, man. I couldn't pinpoint. I couldn't pinpoint my favorite arc, but I know my favorite arc. It's the one with Oh, okay. So part ranking so far. Christ. I would say Part 7 and Part 6 are tied as #1 for me at the moment. It's Part 7 and 6 I adore equally. I can't say one's better than the other because they're just equally as good as each other. So I would say it'd be Part 7 and 6 is #1. Part 4 is 2. Part 5 is 3. Part 2 is 4. Actually, no, maybe Part 3, but Part 1 is 4. Part 2 as 5, and Part 3 is last. I'd say it was so freaking good. I can't begin to fathom how well that was written. That was really freaking good. I mean, yeah, we could argue the fact that maybe the last arc was a little bit kind of like, but I think it was oh, right, the JoJo villains. Christ. So here we go. Right, so who we got? Who's better, Valentine or Poochie though? I'd still say Kira's my favorite. I don't know why. I think Kira and also Valentine are tied #1. I think I adore Kira so much as a villain. I think he's fantastic. I don't know. I love him to bits. That's why I can't pinpoint the best ones. It had to be Valentine and Kira as #1. 2 Poochie. 3 probably Cars, and then the last one probably Dio. Am I missing one in between? Valentine's the best one, but yeah, I agree with that one. Valentine is the best, but I think Kira's just a personal favourite. She's just so freaking good. And then, so endings. I think Part 6. Oh yeah, Diablo. I completely forgot Diablo. I completely forgot Diablo. Christ. Where would Diablo go? I guess it goes Diablo Dio, I think. I like Diablo a little bit more than Dio. I don't think Diablo's a great villain, but I think it's actually better. I think it's a little bit better than Dio. But, Dio from Part 3 I'm talking about. Part 3 Dio was just kind of, eh. But, right, so endings. Still, 6 is still the best one. 6 is still the best ending, I think. 6 is just such a great ending. It's just, it was just literally masterfully done. I just think it's just absolutely fantastic, the ending of part 6. I would say 6. I say 6, 7, 5. I think 6. So 6, 7, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. There we are. There we are. That's the ending. That's the ending arrangement, I think, at the moment. Doppio was better, I think. Doppio was a pure boy. He was a good boy in the end. Valentine, Pucci, and Kira are the Holy Trinity, as they say. I do agree with that. They are the Holy Trinity. But I think the best arc, now I will say forevermore, that the best arc in this whole entire manga was To a Man's World. That's literally the best arc I've ever read, like, in ages. Favorite bros, it's gotta go, Christ, it's too many in part 7, really. Because the bros you've also got in part 7 are the announcer, Gyro, kind of Diego, I guess. It could be a Joe Bro at the end. Look at Pippo, Stefan Still. There's too many in part. That one's probably the hardest one to do. True Man's World is literally a masterpiece. It's just it's the best written arc I've ever read. Like, there's the top 3 arcs I've ever read in my lifetime. The Hina arc from Sangatsu, because it's literally the most masterfully done thing I've ever seen in my lifetime. There's the Battle on Rakio from Gintama, and there's also True Man's World. I just think I think those 3 are the pinnacle of how to write something. Possibly also the 4th one would be the Golden Age arc from Berserk as well. Like, it's just they're just so perfect. I can't argue with any of them because they're just literally all perfect. Battle on Rakio was just literally one of the greatest things ever, and so was True Man's World. Just True Man's World was just massively written. No, I'm not the only person that thinks Battle on Rakio is actually the best arc in Gintama. I adore it. I think it's the greatest thing ever. I think it's pinnacle Sriracha for me. I love it to bits. It's one of the only ones that got me the most besides Farewell Shinsengumi and also the previous Manchurian Assassination arc. And possibly there's also the one from the movie as well. What's it? Can't remember the name of it. The name of the arc. It's the one of the first arcs. Why am I forgetting it? Joe Mountain was great as well. There's just too many in this part, but I think pinnacle one, it's just the pinnacle one was really True Man's World, because it's one of those ones that it served the narrative purpose as well. It's one of those things that it helps explore Jiraiya's character and his flaws, because to that point he was kind of like this perfect being. There was nothing really wrong with him at all. There was literally just, he was perfect. But then True Man's World actually kind of highlighted his actual flaws in his character, and I thought that was kind of the best way to do it. I thought at that point, Araki, you've actually done it. I thought you've actually improved as a writer. I thought you've actually done it right there. That's absolutely masterfully done, because it was just perfectly done. But that's just how I see True Man's World. That's why I think it's the best one. I think it's that one, possibly Sugar Mountain, and also D4C as well. Like D4C and also the last section, it's just so freaking well done. I can't argue with anything. Any single arc in this manga so far was great. Even the one with Sandman as well. Before we actually lost Sandman, that whole entire arc, it was sad the way he went out, but I think the way Araki did it was absolutely perfect. I think the way he did it, because it kind of gives you the harsh reality of trying to save someone you can't actually save. It was one of those ones. I guess the reason why is because it's a 40-page manga, so it's kind of one of those things you think it's been off too quickly, but in theory, no. When you think about it, I think Sandman was off way too quickly. That's the problem with Sandman. Sandman was off way too quickly. I think Sandman needed to be kind of a little bit more towards the end, like possibly before the whole Valentine fight. If you did that at that one stage, that would have been a lot better, I think, because you would have had a lot more development with him that kind of made it seem as if it was actually kind of warranted. But I think the way he did it was perfect, but it needed a bit more time to actually kind of work, I think. So it kind of also highlighted the things we didn't really kind of get with Johnny's character as well, because Johnny's character was kind of, he was like, yeah, I'm Johnny. You're like, okay, Johnny, all right, I love you bits. But then at that point you realize that he's a person that would give up literally anything to actually kind of get his goal. You knew at that point he had that kind of sociopathic personality, which actually kind of loved him before. It's one of those things. It kind of subverted the perfect way to actually look at a JoJo character, because beforehand they were kind of always the perfect being, but here it's kind of like he's a sociopath. It's like, okay, that's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, they had a little bit more time, but I think the problem is with the 40-page system is the fact that you kind of think it's too fast, but in theory it's actually kind of the same length as if you read it normally. Like maybe essentially it's kind of a bit too short for one arc, because one arc normally lasts about 12 parts, sometimes 6 to 12 parts, but here it lasts maybe 4 or 5. But yeah. I think Johnny's a perfect character. I think he's in a league of his own when you think about it. That's the problem with Johnny's character. Johnny's character is in a league of his own because he's a perfect subversion of a JoJo character. He's what was needed. I think what Rocky was doing was correct. I think he was like, yeah, I've seen my previous characters. They've all been kind of too godlike in a sense. They've been too messiah'd, if you get what I mean. And I think it needed to kind of been just download a bit, and I think that's what happened with Johnny's character. I think Johnny was actually a lot better. I mean, Johnny or Jolene? Oh, that's a hard question, because again, it's just that they're both in a league of their own. That's the problem. It's like Jonah as well. Jonah's kind of like Jonah's like the character is, you can't really judge past part 5's main characters, because they're all in a league of their own, because they're all completely different to what we've seen beforehand. In a sense, Jonah's completely different, Jolene's completely different, and Johnny's completely different. Can't really compare the three of them to like the previous one. Like, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like you need to kind of I always will say part 5 to 7's its own separate thing, like outside of JoJo's universe. They take place in JoJo's universe, but they're outside in the sense of reality of like kind of what you expect from JoJo. Because part 1 to 3 is kind of what you expect from JoJo. Part 1 to 4 is what you expect from JoJo. Part 5 to 7 isn't. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens in part 8, because it does look really freaking good. And part 7 is just, it was buonissimo. It really was. I can't argue with anything in this manga. I mean, I've heard people say the characters are boring. I'm like, how are the characters boring? They're just so freaking fun to actually just follow around and do stuff with. Hopefully it'll be either Wednesday or Friday next week. I should start part 8. Don't worry, I will start it soon. It's one of those things I can't do it on Monday, because I'm changing my room over. Because I've got to change my room a little bit, so I won't be here on Monday, but Wednesday I'll be here. Tuesday, I think I have no idea what's happening Tuesday. My favourite stand so far, Jesus Christ. Pardon the pun. I don't know. I think D4C is my favourite, to be honest. Like, D4C is my favourite so far, I think, just because it's just so freaking cool. Like, it's one of those things I like when something kind of crosses dimensions and time. It's just one of those things I always kind of enjoyed, and it actually was explained quite well. I was like, okay, it wasn't as if it's actually kind of out of nowhere what if is going on, and I think how he did it was actually really freaking good as well. Because it's like, this makes absolutely no freaking sense. You're like, oh, it makes perfect sense afterwards. It's one of those things. I actually quite liked how he did it. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that it is way too hard to let go of Still War Run, I think. It's just because you kind of grow so attached to the characters that you just can't let go of it. You're like, oh god, where am I now? What am I to do? I don't know. Like, it's one of those ones that you kind of just stuck there, perpetually thinking to yourself, oh god, what do I do now? Where am I? What is life anymore? It's like when you finish the Golden Age arc of Berserk, you're kind of like, oh god, what's gonna happen now? You kind of sit there like, oh god. Same thing happened with a lot of Gintama arcs as well. Gintama had the exact same problem, where it ended like, oh god, where's it gonna go from here? And it only went upwards from there with Gintama as well. But yeah, I mean, damn, it's over, boys. It really is. Yeah, that's true, actually. I heard it feels longer than Part 7. Part 7 was kind of, I think Part 7 was actually like kind of the marrying between the previous parts, in the sense it was kind of, it was longer, but it was actually, it had the same amount of dialogue that you would actually associate with a normal part of JoJo. It was one of those ones that was kind of sparingly put in there. Besides the announcer just got too much after a while. I was like, Jesus Christ, announcer, give me a break. Jesus Christ, Red Hot Chili Peppers arc, isn't the Red Hot Chili Peppers arc of Part 4 like quite, like maybe midpoint into it, I think, if I remember correctly. Like chapter, is it like episode, I think 14 or 15? Wait, no. Is it before that point? I don't remember now. I guess it's one of those things I don't think Araki could actually pull off the moral ambiguity ever again, because it's too perfectly done as manga. Like, it's one of those ones that the more ambiguity done in here, which is, oh, beautiful as well. It's beautiful. I loved it. I thought it was one of those things. I've always enjoyed more ambiguity. That's one of the things, and I think it was done quite well here, because you kind of got the idea that not everyone was kind of evil. They kind of had their own reason for fighting, which I actually kind of enjoyed. There was no one villain technically besides Valentine towards the end. Valentine turned into a villain. Alternate Diego was actually a villain as well. He was those two were the only villains in the whole entire manga when you think about it. Like that, Alternate Diego was a villain. Also, so was Valentine. They're the only two. The rest of them had a reason for fighting and a reason to fight against the actual protagonists. But yeah, there's the only two villains here. Because I mean. The problem is the Stillborn Run race, you kind of have a basis to actually have more ambiguity in it, because it's one of those things that people can fight for a reason. And then I guess if you don't have that afterwards, it's one of those things that more ambiguity tends to kind of drift between yay or nay, I guess. But I don't know yet. I guess I'll get there when I read it and see what happens. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Diego was a villain, I think. He was one of those ones, because he turned into a villain towards the end. I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a bit too much. But I think Valentine was just... I think Valentine was good because he's one of those people that he was in a very, very, very strong position of power. I think that's also what we needed as well, because beforehand it was kind of like, oh, these villains are like the best thing since sliced bread, and you're kind of like, okay. But you never really had that idea of power besides Poochie, and I think it was good that Araki went for a president, because it's one of those things that someone you have to associate with the idea of power and protection. When in theory, he kind of subverted two of those things in the space of like 2 chapters. I think Still Ball Run was just kind of one of those ones that it's a departure from what you know, but I think it's a good departure. It's one of the I think what Still Ball Run is like Blade Runner 2049 to Blade Runner. Like, it's one of those things. I think he did make him way too evil towards the end. He was actually going a bit too over the top. Like, towards the end, it's kind of like, okay, dial him back a bit slightly, because we know he's not a good person. You don't need to actually kind of go all the full Monty with it. Like, you can associate the fact that he was a bad person, that's it. But he went a bit too over the top with him towards the end. I thought, ugh. It didn't break the whole entire chapter, but it's one of those things that could have just been dialed down slightly with just a couple of panels. But yeah, I think Part 7 really is the Blade Runner 2049 to Blade Runner. It's one of those ones that it came out of nowhere, and you're kind of like, oh god, it's actually really freaking good. It's actually amazing. It's actually the best thing ever. So it's one of those things. So that's why I kind of respect it. It's like Araki turned to Denise Villeneuve and just basically said, yeah, we're gonna do this properly, and actually did it properly. Actually paid good homage to the whole entire thing as well, because actually good homages to JoJo and the whole entirety of the manga as well. I thought the way he'd actually kind of just implemented JoJo into it was actually kind of neat, because it's one of those things that it doesn't disregard the previous sections. It kind of goes, okay, look, yeah, you're not in the previous sections anymore, but there's still kind of those little maybe tidbits towards it. I thought it was actually kind of a neat thing. But I mean, the problem is with all Dio saying that Dio had no charisma or charm. In Part 3, he was kind of lacking with charisma and charm slightly. He was too typical of a villain. I think Part 1 Dio is a lot better. I think Part 6 Dio is even better. Well, Part 3 is just kind of like, oh, I'm evil. I didn't really kind of feel like, oh, I'm convinced that he's kind of like this driving force. But yeah, it was a really good part, I think. I think the problem was it was kind of a departure in a sense of how he did Valentine as well, because Valentine was geared up to be a villain, but you understood his motives to why he was that way. But with Diego, it's kind of like he was just. I think what happened was as we kind of established the fact that he was trying to make him too evil, like he was. I think that's the problem was that he was making him way too evil, and it didn't backfire, but it kind of felt as if it was trying too hard to be evil. It need to be dialed back ever so slightly if they make an anime out of it. Like, just dial it back ever so slightly. Like, it doesn't need to be kind of completely omitted, but just ever so slightly, just dial it back. And plus we explain a little bit more about his character, like, towards the end. Like, maybe give an episode dedicated to him. It might actually have a good part, I think. But really, I can't find too many faults with Part 7 to actually say it's like, oh, it's a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. It's not, no, not really like that. It's kind of like, it's a 10 out of 10 manga that kind of still has maybe certainly some parts like, but as I've always kind of established, 10s out of 10s doesn't mean it's actually kind of perfect. It just means it's masterfully done. It just means it's good. So it's got small hiccups here and there, but it's perfectly done towards the point of you can say it's a 10 out of 10. But yeah, we're on to bigger and brighter futures, they say, with Part 8. Whenever I begin to read it, which is next week. But the same thing with Part 7. Part 7 was consistently good. I mean, people say the beginning part was kind of pointless and boring, but I thought it was actually really freaking neat. I thought it was actually a really neat thing to do. The ending was really cool as well, I thought. It was one of those things, it was done well, but it was one of those things that could have been done better. But I think Part 6's ending was too good that I don't think it could have actually even topped that ending. That's why the ending kind of felt a little bit more of a downgrade. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. That's one of the other things, that Part 6's ending was too perfect. But I don't know. I wish the success of Part 8, and I wish Part 7 kind of did a lot better as well. Part 7's one of those ones that I think if you look back on as one of the ones that's a pioneer of the idea of how to write shonen manga correctly. It isn't really shonen anymore, it's more of a seinen than shonen actually. But still, it's one of those things that I guess it's one of those ones that, because if you think about it, the same thing happened with Blade Runner as well. 2049 didn't do much at the box office because no one really kind of got it, but it's one of those ones that people look back on and say it's like the masterpiece of the 21st century. That's why I've kind of just established it's kind of like that. Essentially, Blade 2049 is actually JoJo Part 7. Like, literally, it is, if you think about it. Another context is basically exactly the same. Like, there's no difference. Like, every single thing falls into place. You kind of say, oh god, it actually is exactly the same thing. If you binge read it, I feel like it'd be better, though. I don't know. I'll probably do the same amount of volumes I did in a week that I did with this one. Yeah, binge reading doesn't tend to be that great of a thing. I've actually kind of established. I've done it before. It's just always not being the greatest thing in the universe. It's kind of, you kind of forget things way too quickly, I think, as well if you binge read it. Wait, he was based off Bill Pullman from Independence Day. That's actually kind of cool. But that's actually kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, Christ, I can't believe it's actually over. I actually can't believe it's actually finished. That's the thing. It's actually gone. It's finished. It's actually over. I'm still processing it. That's the problem. That's the thing. I've actually just begun to process the fact that I've actually finished JoJo Part 7, and it's just like, oh god. Oh god. Go back to my normal life for a bit and actually come back and be like, oh god, I have no more Part 7 to read. So I always enjoyed this. I had that break in between because of work, but I still never once forgotten, like, kind of forgot about it. No more horses, indeed. There's literally no more horses. There's no more Gyro. There's no more Johnny. There's no more announcer. There's no more goddamn anyone. It's over. It's over, boys. But yeah, I mean, I'll put the lie down for a bit. I need to think this through. I actually can finally go on the JoJo Part 7. I can actually finally stream Eyes of Heaven now. You know that. That's one of the things that kind of got me beforehand. I actually couldn't stream Eyes of Heaven because of Part 7's spoilers. But now I can. I can actually stream Part 7. I can actually stream the game because I actually have the ability to do that. because I don't have any reason not to, because I actually know all of the parts. I'm actually excited to actually finally play that game, because I've actually been wanting to play that game for ages, but I couldn't do it because someone told me don't do it because it spoils a lot of the parts. But yeah, my eyes are going really heavy as well. I just realised that. I think the announcer just kind of I have no idea actually, because I've been trying to stream Nocturne for the last 2 days, but I've always been kind of getting sidetracked by other things. It's a problem. I've been trying to stream Nocturne. I just bought Digital Devil Saga 2 as well. I've been meaning to stream Nier as well and finish off Nier. I need to finish off Nier to get to Drakengard 3. It's too many things as well. That's the thing. There's too many things to do. Of course, I don't actually know what happens if I put in my PS4 Pro into my capture card, and whether or not it actually kind of works. That I do not know. Plus, I didn't actually have that many memes. It's just I don't think you actually could meme it. I've got to finish off Nier. That's the problem. Nier's just kind of like, I've done the side quests. That's all done. Oh, I actually held a copy of Drakengard 1 yesterday on my hand in Comic-Con. I was like, oh my god, Drakengard. It actually burnt my hand. I was like, ah! I was like, Christ, it actually is haunted. I was like, Jesus Christ. JoJo pretty much is a walking meme. I can't wait for the memes. I've missed the memes, actually. I've missed the memes of JoJo. Because part 1 to 5 was kind of like the memes, but then part 6 and 7 kind of weren't the memes too much. Don't touch it, it'll burn your hand. I tried touching it yesterday, I was like, ah! I was like, Christ. Also, it's £15 for a used copy. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, Valentine is kind of a meme. I actually still can't believe I actually finished Drakengard 100% as well. That's one of my crowning achievements. I finished that game 100% without losing my effing mind. Here's a napkin speech is kind of memes as well when you think about it. They're all pretty. Everything is pretty much memes. I mean, you had chapter 63 as well, which was literally just memes. It was encapsulation of memes. That's the thing. Chapter 63 was just the meme central part of it. Also made me realise I actually love JoJo's episodes so goddamn much. I think part 2 will happen, to be honest, but I think it's one of those ones that I think it'll take time to get there. That's the thing. It'll take time. It will get there, I think. It's one of those ones that I think it'll take a lot of time before we actually see that part. But yeah, poor old Jotaro. We'll have to wait to see Jotaro again as well. It definitely will happen, I think. If they don't change studios, that is. That's the thing. I maintain at one point they announced that I still maintain that JoJo will change studios at one point. It won't be JoJo Productions doing it. Someone else would do it. Don't know who. I don't think I want Madhouse to do it unless someone else that's actually talented actually does the direction of it. That's the thing. I don't know whether or not they'll change studio. I don't want Madhouse to do it unless someone that's talented actually does it at Madhouse, because Madhouse is just a name at this point. They're not kind of like. They ain't 2010 Madhouse. They ain't Hunter x Hunter Madhouse. They're kind of just Madhouse. I think we probably will be old by the time we see that. I'll be streaming it like at age like 42. Like, oh my god, it's finally here. Part 7's here. If YouTube actually still exists at that point. Oh man, if Shaft did it, holy crap! If Shaft did JoJo, god. Oh ho ho. I mean, we need Akiyuki Shimbo to do it as well. If Shimbo directs it, oh. Head tilts, goddamn cuts everywhere. It'd be the greatest thing ever. It'll be a meme of itself. It'll basically be Buckeye Season 3. Actually, that's true. When you say that, actually, Studio Wit could do it. A1 Pictures is the same thing. A1 Pictures is the same thing that applies with Madhouse. They're kind of just a name at that point. I think, if I remember correctly, A1 Pictures is just literally a name, and they're not kind of like a in-house studio. It's just a name. They get different people to do different things. That's what I've always read. Shadow Bones is good. I mean, they've done 75 episodes so far. Well, they're going up to do 75 episodes of MHA, so that kind of proves to you that actually can do long-running shonen. So it actually could in free work if they get the right director to do it. Like, if they actually get Studio Bones to do it, have to get Nakamura to do the animation as well. Nakamura has to do the animation. I'm just not going to watch it because he just has to include him. No Valentine. Fat Valentine is actually the best one. He was the boy. I mean, it's one of those things, I guess, there has to be a bit at one point for JoJo, because it's been too long in between parts to kind of say that, oh god. See, Geno Studio is kind of an interesting one as well, because Geno Studio is not kind of primarily an like, the problem is with them, they've kind of gone too deep into it. I admire their, actually can't say. Actually, I admire their, what's it called? What's the word? I admire their volition, what they do. I'm just like, man, that's just, you're beautiful what you're doing, but you've gone head first into passion projects before actually kind of doing the middle section of what you should be doing. It's one of the things I kind of noted about them, because the same thing with Bones. Bones had the exact same thing as well. Bones had that one period of doing kind of like, animes, and they came back. The same thing happened with Madhouse. Madhouse had really freaking, animes, and they kind of went and did, what did they do afterwards? They did Death Parade, didn't they? Death Parade came back and actually went, oh god, we're actually good again. That's a problem. DP are kind of the best studio when it comes to JoJo. They're just kind of, they're the best. That's the problem. It'd be sad to see them go, unless they actually get someone else to do it. If Period don't touch it and Toei don't touch it, I'd be happy. They're the two studios that do not want to touch JoJo. Period and also Toei as well. Oh god, you mean I can't remember the name of the studio, but yeah, I do actually want to see that as well. I wouldn't be mad if they actually did something else that wasn't what they're currently doing, because they're kind of meandering a little bit. But I kind of see what they're trying to do. I guess it's the thing that they want to do Part 5 justice, and they're giving it too much time to actually kind of work, and then possibly at one point they actually just come back and go, oh yeah, Part 5's coming out, boys. So it might happen, just they want to do, I guess they want to do Captain Tsubasa first, because maybe possibly that might sell well, give them some more actual kind of revenue to actually kind of work with. Maybe, I don't know. Because otherwise, I guess Part 5 will be kind of one of those ones that will be quite hard on them when you think about it. Oh, but you could in theory get the guys who did Batman Ninja to actually do the whole entire thing. I would be not complaining if Batman Ninja's director and also studio were actually doing JoJo Part 5. Because Batman Ninja's the best thing ever. Like, I swear to God, Batman Ninja's like the perfect movie ever. Like, it's literally the most perfect movie. Like, just get Batman Ninja people to actually just do JoJo. Because they literally did do JoJo beforehand, but just getting to do JoJo. I think they will, because they did wrote... Oh, there's the ambulance. There's the ambulance going past. I mean, they've done Rohan's arc so far really freaking damn well. More surprising than I actually imagined. So it could be possible. It might be one of those things. It might be an OVA more than anything. Let's see. I guess it might be an OVA more than an actual series. Yeah, Junpei Miyazaki, I think, is the name of the director of Batman Ninja. I think he was the director of the openings. I never actually understood why everyone hated Batman Ninja so much. I think everyone watched the dub of it, and the dub's not very good. The Japanese dub is fantastic. It's actually the best. It's actually the best interpretation of Batman I've actually ever seen. Like, it's one of those things that I've actually kind of been sitting here like, how does everyone hate this movie so much? It has to be like Hellsing Ultimate. It has to be. Unless they actually go full OVA with the whole entirety of the rest of the parts, like Part 5 and 6 and 7, I just do as an OVA. Because it might work, I think. I mean, 80s and 90s Toei weren't too bad anyway. Like, they were kind of cool. Toei animation in the 80s and 90s. I was thinking that a couple of days ago. I was thinking that possibly maybe it actually might work really well as an actual movie. As far as a Toei animation, they have that one guy who does really freaking animation. The rest of it is reused. So it's just kind of pointless. Even though I think Toei to do anything, because Toei's like, oh, we can just use this animation we did ages ago for this actual one fight. It's like, oh. Yeah, so Toei Animation doing it would be horrifying. Period would just butcher the whole entire adaptation completely, like Tokyo Ghoul Re, and actually be like, oh, we'll take this whole entire arc out. Yeah, just do a 50-minute OVA for part 7. Like, just do 7 50-minute OVA. So the old part 3s. That'd be kind of cool. I actually quite like that they did that. But yeah, I mean, as long as it's not as long as it's not Period doing it, I'll be happy. Or Toei Animation, to be honest. Like, if Shaft do it, I'd be happy as hell, because that'd be the greatest thing ever, just having, like, Bakemonogatari of animation for JoJo. It's actually Bake Season 3, but it's just JoJo instead. It'd just be the greatest thing ever. Just head tilts everywhere, cuts everywhere, slow pans, freaking red everywhere. It'd be the greatest thing ever. I actually would want that, to be honest. But Shimbo's got to direct it. It can't be just Shimbo on the name of it. I think, to be honest, the thing with that, I think, possibly 20 might be alright. So I thought 7 might be alright. We do like an hour or an hour and a bit per one. Like, it would be alright for 7, but 20 might be the best. I think it'll work anyway. Part 7 funded by Netflix. That'd be kind of neat to wake up and realise, oh god, Netflix actually funded part 5. So, oh yeah, by the way, it's happening, boys. It's like, yes, Netflix is actually selling anime. But then you have to wait like 39 weeks to actually see it actually happen. Like, great. But yeah, I mean, damn. We'll see what happens anyway. I'm actually losing my voice a little bit. So yeah. It's been a really freaking neat series to actually kind of read. I actually kind of love this series because it's just so freaking fun. And since part 5 would be great, because everyone's a blood fountain in that manga anyway, so it needs to be uncensored. Everyone's literally a blood fountain, so it has to be uncensored. But goddamn, yeah. So that is me done for today when it comes to JoJo, and also done for part 7 entirely. So yeah, I need to open the window actually. It's really freaking hot in my room. That's better. I actually can breathe again. So yeah. Hopefully you actually have enjoyed this whole entire series of me reading JoJo Part 7. It's been really freaking fun reading it. Sorry for my break in between certain parts of the whole entirety of my ride of JoJo Part 7, but just work got away it slightly. It would be Metallica versus King Crimson, it'd be just a black screen everywhere. If it was in Terraformars. But yeah, I hope you actually have enjoyed it, because it's been really freaking fun. I loved it. I thought it's actually it's one of my favourite things to read. I absolutely adore JoJo. It's just such a fun read. It's one of those ones you could pass an hour and a half with, or just actually enjoy yourself. There's no depression. Well, actually, there's a lot of depression in this manga. It's just so much fun to read at the same time. Thank you so much. Don't worry, part 8 will be next week. Do not worry, it'll happen at one point next week. I'll make sure of it. But yeah, so hopefully you have enjoyed this whole entire ride as much as I have. But it is Gucci. I can't wait, to be honest. So yeah, that has been me for today for the final time. So, as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help quite a bit if you enjoyed it here on YouTube, and you do want to stay a bit longer and actually see part 8 being read, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next week with part 8, and also if you want to join a Discord, actually can't read, actually can't speak. Discord link is in the description, so if you want to join and actually talk about JoJo there, I shall be there. So until next time, it's been really freaking fun. For the final time, I have been the driver, and see you guys later.